Sen City, I am at your mercy. Please, I owe you an apology, okay? I did not expect what we're going to review today to happen. I didn't have them in the pick'ems, okay? I was pretty upset of the performance outside of the Gen G qualifier, and if I'm keeping it real, I did not see this team going the distance. But what I will tell you here today is that we have seen a completely new team. It literally looks like they're coming out of the off season, they're playing in the Americas League, and they're going to Madrid. That's what this team reminds me of right now. After this Gen G game, after this DRX win, this momentum can very, very, very easily carry them into the upper final, if not the grand final of this event. The main complaint or thing that I've been upset about overall with Sentinels is, what is this? Is the way that they have mainly played the situation of what are we doing on the jet maps. So we've seen like a little bit of deadlock here and there at the end of the day. Not something that I'm fully interested in. I'm happy that they swapped off of it. What's our patch to this jet thing? This little funny Filipino agent. Okay, Neon is now in play. So being in a position where ZEKKEN doesn't have to play that jet, because ZEKKEN is a very good raze player, he's an extremely good rifler, but the jet has been something over time that's been inconsistent for him. So bringing it out on a map like Haven, obviously, we're watching Sunset here, and this isn't necessarily a jet map, but, at the end of the day, him being on this rifle role where he's supported by someone like Zelsa, someone like Saucy, okay, we're in a very good position in that regard, where he's actually creating big space, and he has confidence, and even setting himself up, right? The satchels, okay, the neon sprinting, the stun, whatever it may be, right? He's in a good spot to do that. Now, in the Spiss round, it looked perfect. Prowler and a smoke setting up the A line there with a retake tripwire and a B stat coming in. Great game planning here from Kaplan and the guys. So they're going to have a 4v5 situation here. Counter util is used, and I thought that Sentinels was in troubles here watching this round. But I was getting a nice first blood there with a little more damage, and DRX is in a position where they just trade everybody out. A 4-person stack with a 5th guy on the way. Almost flawless for DRX. I thought they were in trouble. In my Pick'ems video, a big part of this matchup that I actually underrated was this Foxy9 versus tenz thing, where, if you guys don't know, Foxy is a huge fan of tenz. He's been watching him for years, trying to replicate his gameplay. Now he's actually here up on the big stage going up against him. This mental kind of like battle here, I think is very evident for Foxy. He hasn't been someone by any means who has been taking over games and dominating everybody, but I think maybe in that server, something kind of like happened like within him, the way that he was feeling. Maybe he was second guessing himself, hesitating, whatever it ends up being. And tenz is in a position here where, he's literally aimbotting people around. He gets a spam onto the planner. Foxy's stuck there. He gets spammed by tenz. He's literally looking at him like in the server. He's looking across the stage at him. So tenz, big momentum or confidence around there for him, just knocking down player by player. Sentinels are going to tie it up, not getting bonused. Sentinels are looking good. They're looking drilled. They're looking like they know what's going on. Not really sure how I feel about tenz playing that position after they basically named the spot after him. 5v4 situation here. Foxy's going to get the bomb down. He's up against one initiator ult, and Zelsis is one off of his own. So with the Nightfall coming in here, Zelsis is going to catch Bane backing up there. He's going to be good for his own Rolling Thunder while he's getting flanked. The spawn run out is going to come out here. Second's going to be good for one. His drill's going to get another. 3v1 now. Foxy's position revealed. Clutch attempt here up against his idol. No good. So Sentinels even in the man disadvantage, being able to combo these ults and make a good play and a good decision there, putting themselves in a spot where they win a big conversion like that, where the enemy is also using ults. I think that this Neon is a really natural role for ZEKKEN. Funny enough, this is his first time playing it in 2024, in champs and outside of groups. And this is also going to be his first ace of the year as well. So I think that he's just coming into form playing this role. And it's been something that, for some reason, Sentinels haven't tapped into up until now. This, to be honest, there's a very real possibility that this could actually be game planning. And they've been kind of pocketing this for a while now, trying to hide it for like the stage where it matters and, where it does. But huge round for ZEKKEN to be able to get an ace there and carry momentum into this game. Put Duelist in a position where he's overconfident, exactly what you want. So after a really solid start here from Sentinels, they're going to have a kind of average end to the half. DRX in a position where they were just doing things that ended up working. I don't really think Sentinels is making any big mistakes by any means. Here we are seeing a similar pistol round where 5 attackers are hitting 4 defenders and the attackers are going to come out on top. The kill feed there is kind of just like the name of the game on how this not only map but series went. I mean, take a look at the way Mako's dying. 3 people assisting on him there with ZEKKEN chasing him down and killing him. Trades going pretty even for a while. Buzz trying to go for a slide kill on John, who sets him down. Zelsa still has his entire kit in play here. I don't think that this was like a loss by any means if he didn't, but I think it's a huge reason why he ended up cleaning up this round here. And now Sentinels with their attack round are finally getting warmed up, and they're going to be able to get going here. So after a good Sentinels bonus, even though they end up losing the post play here, they're going to be in a position where I think DRX are in a spot where they're operating on some sort of tendency or abuse here, where something is going to happen where a dart is supposed to be thrown here, and if it breaks, a blind comes through with Buzz coming out with utility. Breach is also in a position here, right, where he can get this fault line on here. So some sort of messed up timing or something like that ends up losing them at least this advantage at the start, where ZEKKEN and tenz are wide swinging instantly with this haunt. They're not going slow. And Buzz just looks like he disconnected here. He only ends up firing back like a bullet or two, and he's just totally caught off. So he gets sat down, the play is kind of abandoned there, and now they're kind of in like a tough spot. So pay attention to this market take here, okay? Telling you, with the season over and not being able to leak anything, EG was by far the most annoying team at this. What they were doing is they were running Fade, Breach, and Neon on a lot of maps. And what would happen is if there was at any point a Prowler, okay, saw you, right, and latched onto you, what would happen was Nature would be somewhere, and he would fault line you, the position that you're in, and then Jajimo would hop off the walls like a ninja turtle, and he would just appear, run and gun you, and kill you, and then go run down the rest of your team. So they have either created that themselves here or learned from a team who's just been doing it really well. And this Prowler is going to latch. Stun's going to come through. Here he comes. Nothing you can do about this. Throw as much util as you want. He's going to catch you. In this situation, people who weren't hit by utility are able to clean up that kill. Mako would have died in that situation. So 4v4 here now, resetting. Bomb getting planted. Drill stopping the plant, but everybody's facing on Sentinels, and only 2 people are on DRX. Bane, 1 for 1. Tap coming through. Flashback kind of out of the round right now. Saucy with 1, 2. Bomb dropped. Plenty of time here. Dart online, 10 bullets. Nice patience here. Just a little bit of a reset of a situation. They know the Cypher is missing. They're going to start sniffing for him. Haunt barely misses there. Sitting, holding, waiting. Resource comes online to use. tenz is going to be able to stick the plant here with that one way, knowing that no one's really going to test it just now. Him and Saucy are going to go back to back here and try to get on the same page. A little jiggle comes out. Dig comes through, but not enough damage. tenz of the reposition. Saucy with the land phantom knockdown. 4K for the kid. And he's working up another ult now. And we've seen some pretty crazy rounds so far, but this is definitely one to add to the list here. So top mid play coming on the timing of this smoke. Dry fight with no util. Sentinel just ZEKKEN just shitting on Buzz there. Buzz has been an insane performer so far, and ZEKKEN has gapped him today very, very hard. John very riskily going for the hat here. He's barely going to live and get away. With the single ping coming out onto flashback, the ult is going to come up. Bane's in a position in a man disadvantage where he's going to take a risk. He's going to punish Saucy. Util's being used here, but really no scaling right now. ZEKKEN trying to jump up finally on the timing of the dart run through. 1, 2, third on the round. 1v3 attempt for Foxy. Almost had it there. Didn't have a chance to use any utility, but Sentinels are up to 11 now. How are they not going to be able to close this out in regulation when we're watching them play like this? tenz a little crazily going for this ult here. As much as I respect the play, at the end of the day, ulting to grab the bomb up 11-7, 7 HP online. I just think it's really overzealous. Is it 10-3? Something ridiculous? Maybe 10-5. You were in a position where you won a bonus. You're on the bonus and you use the ult. I'm not against it, but we've seen tenz in a position previously in a Sentinels review where he started buying the op on defense sunset when they were up big, and their economy slowly slipped away. So he's really got to be able to just calm down in these scenarios. I don't know if John can call him off or if he even wants to do that, but at the end of the day, after losing a Thrifty and just trying to clean it up on 7 HP using the Element ult there, I don't think it's the right play. Nice read from John here, or maybe this is just game planning, whoever, who really knows. 2-1-2 setup called here from DRX. They're going to go back into an A speed up here with ZEKKEN's ult. It's going to be a left side rush with scaling utility. And what's going to end up happening here that we saw a couple rounds before with, well, we didn't see it, but in the VOD, Bane almost got an ace on an eco. DRX are going to start to test Sentinels. They're going to realize, like, wait a second, we just thrifted them. They bleed blood just like we do. So they're going to start acting a little more confident, okay, playing a little more risky, and it's going to end up paying off where Sentinels are kind of like expecting that respect. They're expecting you to sit there and just take it. Insta kill there. I mean, what a just evaporation on Damaco. Trade comes through 4v3. Here's Bane just walking out. He doesn't give a shit. He's good for one. Bombs down. No real trading power coming out here. Tenz good for one. Advantage back to Sentinels. Falling off. Trying to peek together here. Bane in the bomb site. 1, 2. I don't know why Tenz is not going first with the Vandal. Some sort of distraction. You might have seen a butterfly. Tries to TP on him. DRX are up to 9. Sentinels are slowly losing momentum here. So a very common problem you're going to run into here when you're playing the Neon is these layer 2 trips, right? Not putting trips on the entrance where the breach can aftershock it and break it, putting them a little deeper where, the only real break you're going to end up having is if a Fade Prowlers is. So ZEKKEN and Saucy need to be on the same page, where his Prowler really isn't looking to intentionally latch. What the Prowler is looking to do is it's looking to pass through a tripwire, okay? If the Prowler enters the tripwire and activates it, it's the thing that's being tripped. So ZEKKEN can freely sprint through it in the time that it is activated. And those are the windows that they're looking to expose in terms of going up against the Cypher on the B site. Because it seems like the goal here is that, they are understanding that A is still a little reinforced. They're in kind of like a 2-1-2 or some sort of setup like this where the Cypher is very confidently playing B here. And they might just want to go test their luck in terms of the, sunset B post-plant abuse. Get in there, kill the Cypher or push him out of the site, plant the bomb and win no matter what. So the idea is there. Execution's going to fail. Buzz spamming a little bit here, going for a reposition. Check out the height on that trip there from Flashback. Intentionally having it anti-Prowler. He does not want the Prowler to hit it. So the Prowler's going to come into default here, and it's not going to get that trip. ZEKKEN's also going to be able to slide right under it, so he's placing it at head level. Like the trip is up by your eyes on the top of your nose, if we're talking about the agents in game. So extremely well played here from Flashback, but again, the trips aren't going to be activated by the Prowlers. There's nothing left to break them. ZEKKEN's just stuttering, can't go forward. Kind of, lackluster utility here from Zelsis. I don't know why ZEKKEN was getting ready to go through the cage there and had to take his gun out again because Zelsis wasn't ready to flash. So now John's going to eat the trip and die. ZEKKEN's in one. Buzz for another. Saucy sitting, waiting, eating utility. Stunned by the Neon there. Now the flashes are coming through. No one able to peek off them. Tenz just TPing around, just fumbling over his kit. 2v4. Team that was up and confident and just owning them is now just kind of dead in the water almost. Almost a flawless round for match point. And DRX are now going to do their best PRX cosplay. They're going to drop a huge stink bomb on this round, able to close out their opponent's map pick. Foxy, huge 2K here. I mean, potential legacy series coming up right now if they win this map and win this series for him. 3v5, limit risk, group up, take your time. They can take any space they want. They can plant the bomb wherever they want. At the end of the day, 5 minus 3 equals 2. If we apply the man advantage, we trade out accordingly. We use things like the Neon ult, the Omen ult, okay? The remaining entire breach kit we have online. Please just don't shit your pants, guys, and then we can just win this round and we can go on to Haven, okay? Buzz angling out of this operator here. He's going to pick up his gun. For whatever reason, some sort of mind control device is planted onto Buzz where he must throw. Randomly pushing. Bane getting caught out in spawn. Flashback unable to convert a kill here. 5v3, now 2v3. Bomb planted in a spammable position. Utility has to be used for the bomb site. They don't know how close or far they can be. Paranoia burned. Fault line burned. Spot by spot. Drill being burned. Flash being burned. Smoke being burned. I mean, they've gone through almost everything. Aftershock gets first tap here. Next tap is going to be the spam coming through. Haunt and an eye there. Camera gets next. They know they're off. 2, 3 person spam coming here. John with 4, pushing him to OT. Unbelievable. Very sloppy mid-round here from Sentinels, going back into a stacked bomb site with 14 seconds. Bane far too early. The bomb site players haven't even gotten contact yet. Trades going even so far. 3v3, 2v2. Foxy gets Zelsis down to 70 HP, almost able to convert that kill there. 2v1, ult online. Zelsis remembers Cloud9. He's going to back up and try to use it. Sentinels tied up 13-13. Unreal, bro. In the 5v4 retake here, DRX are going to use a lot of utility to be able to get out in the spawn cross. Saucy with a nice delay there. Sitting and waiting are Sentinels. John face checking, breaking the drone. Another situation where an initiator on Sentinels is going to be able to get their ult online in overtime and basically be the reason that they win it. So Zelsis, obviously, not the main reason why they won the last overtime round, but if someone were to die there in that 2v1, he would have been able to chase down that ulted player and win. Saucy getting that Nightfall with 2 people alive, hitting them, dropping them both to half HP. Sentinel's able to convert that map pick. Very close there. I definitely thought it was going 3 after watching that. DRX are building some momentum here with some successful setups and a trap play. Sentinel's looking to at least get the bomb down in this eco situation, so check out the economy here. So ZEKKEN's going to be in a position where he's going to have this rifle online. He's one off of his ult, so at the end of the day, if he does get a kill with this, he can pop it and he can drop the gun down, but he's going to be able to kind of look to move people around with this, and I think this is how they want to approach the Neon. Accomplishing maybe something that is kind of fake and isn't real, so sending him A by himself with a piece of util or two, having people walk up B looking for a kill, and keep moving and moving and moving, and using that speed buff to actually just keep going all over the map. So going for a pretty aggressive kill here in a short. He's not going to get anything, but he's going to make noise, and what that's going to do is it's going to put DRX in a position where they're going to back up a little bit. And now Foxy's going to cheat over. They're going to get ready to maybe re-clear short. Mako now in a position where he's jiggling the front B lurk, has no Cypher utility to use. Sitting, waiting. Smoke's going to be thrown. He's going to peek into it. C2, barely live. Has to burn his paranoia. Short dart lands, nothing there. So in the time that, someone has shifted away to B, C is now kind of open here. They're going back and forth. They're rocking him really hard. Zelsis scaling utility, also one off of his ult here. Cade just to get to the bomb site here. Flashback against the eco. Pretty crazy decision here. Tenz in a weird spot. Trade's going to go the way of Sen. Foxy falling. ZEKKEN falls. 3v3 now. Zelsis is going to get the bomb down with 20 HP. He's going to rip the breach ult. Perfect timing on this. A little bit of a peek and a chase down. They don't want to go for any more than that. They grab the guns. They're going to try to make a play. Buzz going by himself. Mako on 1 HP. Has to back up. Sentinels start to build momentum here. DRX are in trouble. Not a good round to lose. Such an unbelievable round here. Back and forth from the Sentinels. Trying to shift walk and sneak into A here. With the ult seeing them, they're going to have to speed up. John dies on his lurk. Man advantage online for DRX. Buzz is in a tough spot. He's going to be able to get one. Bane's going to walk out. Remember how he got so many kills on Sunset, just running out and killing people. 2v3. ZEKKEN on 40 health here. He's going to go pick up the op with the flank open. He's concerned about it. There's a lot to hold right now. Overdrive slowly fading here. Zelsis, no utility. Stun online. Sorry, charging up here. 15 seconds left. Nice patience here from DRX, just sitting and waiting. Make sure they get a nice combo of utility coming out here. Jump out's going to come. Foxy's going to see nothing. They're going to realize that they're off the bomb site here, potentially playing for a spam. Foxy almost gets caught out with a flash there. Zelsis sitting, waiting. Mako needs to drop off this position. He just must have not known that Zelsis saw him there. Off the bomb. Zelsis dies. This is unbelievable, man. Way too tight of an angle hold here for Foxy. Just a little nervous, unable to convert that situation. Sentinels have 3 on a miracle round. Check out the ult combo here from Sentinels. Total pace change coming out. Sight dart being used instead of long. It's going to be in a position to ping Bane, and the Rolling Thunder is going to come out on it. Look at them. Knocked up in the air, no chance to play. ZEKKEN chasing down, back and forth, stun, blind, util trade. Here's our classic Haven. Flooding, playing around the Sugar Zero, smoke. Trades initially going the way of DRX, cleaned up eventually. Foxy left in another clutch and able to convert. We've seen him in so many of them. It's just, he's got to be able to get 1 or 2 here, no matter how hard or easy they are. Unfortunately, he's just the guy who's ending up in them. At the end of the day, you got to be able to step up to the plate. So very kind of even half here again, 6-6 coming out. Okay, DRX really lost the economic control of that half, specifically when they got thrifted in that couple set of explosions there that Sentinels had when they were just attacking and going to the right site. Now against the Neon comp here, again, the movement is going to be fast, similar to how we normally see in terms of the flooding, but at the end of the day, Sentinels are going to be in a position where they're going to give up A and they're going to retake it. Shocks are going to land, trying to damage someone in a position where they're planting the bomb, and then they're going to be able to use the utility to scale in. Take a look at the investment here, okay? Something you really don't see in this game, to be honest, are people buying utility on pistol round. The breach will do it. You know, that's really like the only role that I kind of see doing it. Sometimes the killjoy, sometimes the cipher, depending on like the strategy that's in play. Full breach kit, full Sova kit, and a piece on Neon and Omen, right? And then John has a trip and a cage somewhere. So really big investment in terms of utility here compared to DRX, and now they're going to be in a position where there's a good reason for it. You know, they're planning to retake. So Shock to break the garage strip. Saucy contesting the A line, knows to back up because he's in a position where he should not be dying. So the moment that he has to make a decision, then he has to hold short or long. He understands that it's, you know, bad, and he's just going to slowly back up.
This time looks like they're going to commit, which would be a lot of pressure on Sassy.
Yeah, and he's
Dart's going to go for info. Smokes are falling, and he is out. His goal there is just to get all of that utility. He wants to show himself in the bomb site just a little bit, so they fault line, paranoia, and everything else. The problem here, okay, look at the positioning from Sentinels, okay? Everybody is just about ready to go, okay? And they're going off of the tap. Foxy, as the only player that can stop a fast retake, needs to be in a position where he vocalizes this: I cannot plant. Throw it on the bomb. I don't care who does. I don't care if it's Mako. I don't care if Buzz has to plant. You need to get to hell, and you need to be in a position where you can aftershock that run out, or you are going to immediately lose. He's got to be able to speak up in this setting. He's got to be able to do it. Set retake coming out here. Drone tags the forward player. Fault line with a tag. ZEKKEN running in. Look at how Sentinels just jump around with their classics. They're such hard targets to hit. Trades go their way. It completely counters the Ghost Buy. Mako in another clutch situation on pistol. He already got his first. Can he get another? Look at the jumping. Chip damage. Chip damage. No HP left. Tenz with 3. Sentinels have the pistol. So I did make a point earlier talking about how Sentinels are just looking in form. They're looking like they're back to that Madrid preseason era where they're just really meshing with each other. I can tell you now, in that time frame, okay, stage 1, Madrid, Core was beating a lot of teams in scrims, but we had a lot of different goals in scrims. There was a lot of times where we were intentionally practicing to win because we were going, we were in a position where, you know, we needed that rep. You know, we had a lot of time that we spent in our off season just meshing and practicing a lot of things, testing things out, and then, you know, that was kind of our goal in practice. Sentinels was a team we really couldn't beat. I don't remember beating Sentinels in a scrim. If I did, it was 13-11, and it probably happened once or twice. They were really beating us hard, and this is what it reminds me of here. So on a round like this where A control happens, DRX is going to react and try to get the bomb down. Not going to be able to. Have to TP out. Both smokes invested. Only option here is a pivot. Look at the reaction here from John. So he's going to be in a spot where he's going to go for a peek. It's not going to be there, and he's going to have to run away. Look at the time here, 1:16. Zelsis is calling that he's stunning within the second. Within the second, he's turning around and getting a double kill. I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable. 5v5 there, they really hear each other. They're really on the same page. That's what a championship level team looks like right there. DRX, not really anything you can do here other than just walk into B and plant the bomb. Look at the positions here from Sentinels. Discipline. You can have the bomb site. You can plant the bomb. We have 5, you have 3. Sure. Go right ahead. Limit yourself to an area, we will win. No extension there, Able. For DRX, they don't push A or C link. No real extension utility there. Here comes the fight on the Saucy by flashback. He's going to cage and reposition. Mako looking for something. Tenz gets one, 5v2. Space is running out. No room to go. Mako 1v5, no good. Sentinels up to 9. So now we talked about being on the same page. Let's take a look at DRX here. A lobby control against an enemy Hunter's Fury. Pretty crazy call to have. ZEKKEN's going to have all this space staying forward. On the reclear of the timing, Saucy's going to be in a spot to ult. They know he's here. He's shocked and he recon. They know he's here. ZEKKEN for 1, traded out. Hunter's Fury does a bunch of damage here. Buzz down to 9 HP. Take a look at flashback now.
It's
Pretty
good
big
damage,
timing
but they
here.
have left B open.
Got the
CASHAPP
round in his
plenty of
hands.
timing,
How are they going to
finding
vocalize
his
it?
way
What are they going
through.
to
Does
use?
anyone think?
Normal thing you're going to see is a pump of utility here. Flashback is going to get a kill there. Drop his cage. What's this now? What's this? I mean, why is that happening? You gotta be kidding me, right? Zelsis dodged a drone, so you guys are just gonna run into the bomb site. If you're gonna run into the bomb site, what are you doing? Maybe you should be doing that as well. And again, if we are gonna run into the bomb site, just shitting our pants, okay? By the way, in the man advantage in that setting, they were up, 4v3 here. Do you want to just reset the situation and run back to me on B? I mean, just take a breather, man. I mean, where was the team that came back all the way, almost closing out, that first map? Where have they gone? So Sentinels just being gifted rounds at this point, and again, DRX are not looking like the team they were on the first map. And here's DRX's last round win of the game, and you're wondering why we're not going to cover it. Just take a look. I mean, how could you not win with 4 ults online? The only ult you don't have is Cypher ult. I mean, of course they're going to be able to. They overwatch him. The only way they could win is with an overwatch round. I mean, Sentinels just dominated them, and it wasn't close. Even though these games were in overtime into a 13-8 win, it still felt closer than hearing those numbers. I mean, first thing that's got to pop out on you on the screen is this kid here. I mean, holy shit. 1.3 on the Neon. 14 first kills, 54 kills, 15 of his own assists, 280. I mean, he dominated the lobby. I mean, it wasn't close. Buzz, where did you go today? When we needed you most, you vanished. I don't know what happened. This guy was literally a top duelist in champs, and he kind of just like faded away. DRX having a lot of, it looked like confidence problems today. Just not being able to convert situations. Your 2v2s, whatever it ended up happening being, these post plants, these retakes, just really slipping and falling. Reminded me of the Gen G team a little bit, where Sentinels just kept winning them. They kind of couldn't stop. The start of the game was a little more competitive, going back and forth and back and forth. But I mean, specifically on Haven, Sentinels are going to go on, 6 out of 7 of the last rounds here, just winning that pistol round, where DRX aren't able to do that because they got thriftied. So didn't really see the discipline there from the team today, letting down their home crowd. I really thought they were going to go much further than this. I thought this was going to be a crazy matchup. I was wrong about the Abyss part. For whatever reason, DRX didn't pick it. I thought that was a huge mistake, but they end up banning it. So a very interesting approach to see. Definitely caught me off guard, but I mean, Sentinels played well, and the fans should be proud, because this is the team that you guys have been waiting to see for the last couple months now. They're actually showing up, and if they keep playing in this form, they keep putting ZEKKEN on Raze and Neon, and not put him on like a jet position where they're playing maps like Ascent, where it doesn't really seem like they have it figured out. One player on Jet really not performing that well. They ran that deadlock comp that I didn't think was good. I think that they're ready to go the distance here, seeing this today, as long as they keep this consistency up. Even in the first kill department, not being good, and a couple mismanaged situations, they're converting this not with ease, but comfortably. I feel like comfortably converting this series, and they're going to move on, and they are going to face EDG in the upper semis. And again, I don't think that team is a breeze by any means, but in my opinion, I think they're an easier matchup than DRX for Sentinels. So I guess we're just going to have to see. A lot of Valorant still left to be played, but that's all I got for you. If you guys haven't subscribed, please do so. We just hit 8K. Thank you guys so much. If you guys are looking to get better at the game, check out the options I have for coaching. This week, I just had 2 new people hit Radiant, so shout out to them. They know who they are. Again, thank you for tuning in. That's all I got. T-Dog out of here. Deuces.